Hello and welcome to another edition of Toys from the Attic. For today's episode, I thought we'd be taking a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Super Rocksteady.
Hold on, I believe you are forgetting the toy's other name.
Okay, he also goes by Robotic Rocksteady. There, you happy? Anyways, let's take a closer look at this guy. Tired of their growing incompetence, Shredder and Krang developed and designed robotic clones to replace Bebop and Rocksteady. Stronger, faster, and more intelligent than their biological counterparts, these mechanical menaces pose an even greater threat to the Turtles. Alright, here we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Robotic Rocksteady, aka Super Rocksteady. Now, as I told you before, I'm a fan of evil twins, and that also goes for robotic twins as well. And I really enjoyed the episodes that these guys actually debuted in. But you can imagine my surprise when I actually saw them on the toy shelves. I actually saw the robotic Bebop actually sitting right next to this guy, and so I snagged both of them up right away. Now, even though I like these figures and I like the overall concept, I do have some little issues with them, a little bit of nitpicks. It's just some problems I have. I really am not a fan of the whole chrome paint job on this guy. I mean, yes, it is nice. It really helps sell the fact that these guys are robots. But the chrome actually just kind of takes away from the overall detail because of that reflectivity. I mean, I hope you can see a lot of the little tubes around here, the little circuitry and little paneling. It's stuff that I really like, but it's kind of gets lost with this mirror finish. The other downside too is this is a problem I've had with the Chrome Dome action figure is this type of metallic paint chips very easily, so that once it does start to chip, it's very apparent that, yeah, there's plastic underneath and he's not as pristine as what he should be. The other downside for this guy is actually I'm missing the two little shoulder guns that actually popped out of his back. The glue that they used wasn't all that strong, and I don't think it actually fit in there all that well. You can kind of see all the way down in there, so it's not like it was actually fitting into a good socket. Those things kind of started to get loose after about a couple months of playing with this guy, and as you can tell, yeah, they just fell off and got lost over time. I never really held on to them, and I didn't really think about actually gluing them back onto them. I just never really thought about it, or I think I may have and just kind of forgot about it after I was done playing with my friends. Now, as far as show accuracy goes, I mean, the overall sculpt of him is pretty show accurate, but his paint job, well, like I said, yeah, he has this chrome finish as opposed to that kind of metallic gray finish, and the vests on him and the other clothes and accessories that he's supposed to have aren't painted in as well. One thing that I will actually kind of talk about and praise on him is they attempted to do this light piping on his head. It's something that I really enjoyed for the Metalhead action figure, so I'm happy that they try to bring it back for him. It doesn't work quite as well. You got to catch it in just the right light, but it is a nice effort. His articulation is pretty standard as far as most Ninja Turtles figures go. His head can move side to side. His arms are able to move up and down, and he has a little bit of wrist articulation. However, he's lacking that ball joint socket on his legs that most of the Ninja Turtles have, so he can only move his legs up and down. And even then, because of his sculpt, he kind of has, it stops right here on the back, so you can't really get any good poses out of him too much. I mean, well, yeah, granted, these guys weren't really known for their posability, but still, you know, you kind of know what I mean. The plastic on him also feels really kind of cheap. I know that's an odd thing to say, but just feeling this guy, he feels really hollow, and moving him around, it's that type of plastic that you feel like if you move it too much, it's going to start squeaking over time, or just being a little bit too rough with them, you might actually crack them and break them. The original Bebop and Rocksteady, they actually had a lot more durable plastic, I should say. I also apologize, I am missing two of his weapons. I was able to find the little three-prong chainsaw dagger that he has. You can see the little serrated edges here, and I guess what are buzzsaws on this side. It's a weird weapon, but you figure he was built and made by Krang, so they probably just gave him whatever was thrown or sitting around in the Technodrome. The other thing that he had was this weird shield that looked like a piece of metal that was just wrapped around his arm and was either like a shovel or giant highlight scoop. I have no idea what the heck it was. The other thing I'm missing is a little tiny laser gun that would actually fit into the peg on his arm right here. It's one of those weapons that was really small, and because it was removable, it's something that could get lost at the bottom of the pile of action figures or weapons. I'm pretty sure I still have it, I just wasn't able to find it for this review. Other than the few nitpicks that I have with this character, he's still a really cool guy, and I have no regrets actually ever buying him. Anyways, this has been a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Robotic Rocksteady, aka Super Rocksteady. Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please help me out by sharing, liking, or even subscribing. Comments and advice are also appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.